Oh my god. My lip just got stuck in my retainer. Ow, that hurt. What the fuck? Might be able to hear Uriah cutting right now. We've got quite a bit of tile nearly up to the ceiling along this window underneath, but now comes the really fiddly bit of like cutting them and gluing in all the tiny pieces. We're going across here where that light's gonna be. Now is the tedious part, but man, it's looking so lovely. Alrighty, we ran out of tile, but it looks amazing. Literally, it's like all these little bits and bobs where it has to be cut in up to the top, just cutting in individual pieces, which is the worst. But like, it looks amazing. Amazing. Cannot wait for that. White on white going on in here. A tiny Boo Bears has stolen my chair. Boo Bears, where do I work now? So fresh and so clean, clean. I am heading into Gallup. I know that something you've probably never heard from me before is that I live 30 minutes from the nearest town. That's news, I'm sure. Just kidding. I harp on that all the time. I actually don't mind it at all. It has its pros and cons, but today my internet is just not suited for uploading large files, downloading large files, so I'm gonna head to a cafe in town, try to sit outside and just kind of use their Wi-Fi to post last week's vlog number 2. But it's such a lovely drive. I really enjoy it. Here at my favorite hole in the wall in Gallup. I am grabbing some mutton. I am in Gallup. Finished up at the cafe. Don't even know how long I've been out here. I think I left my house at 1. So 3.5 hours. It took me half an hour to get here. And then it took me probably 2.5 hours to like upload my video and to get everything sorted at the cafe. The internet in my house just was gonna take hours and hours. So it was definitely a lot quicker. So, mutton stew and fry bread went down so great the other night that Uriah's mom wanted to make it again. So I bought all this mutton. It's gonna be delicious. We're doing that on Friday night because we are hanging out with his family for 4th of July weekend. So yeah, got the mutton, and then I was like, while I'm here, it's gonna take me half an hour to get back home. Uriah's been working all day. I don't even know what food we have. I'm just gonna get mutton sandwiches. So I got roast sandwiches, on fry bread. My favorite. I love fry bread. I know that by Friday it'll be like the third time in 10 days that I've had it, which is not ideal, but so delicious. So last night I went to bed at 6:45. I don't think I fell asleep till maybe 7:15, 7:30. But I was exhausted. The night before, my sciatica and arthritis had kept me awake until midnight. And I am an early sleeper. So I was exhausted. I went to bed so early last night. And then I slept until 5:30. I slept until 5:30. Yeah, that feels right. I've had a super productive morning though. Got a lot done, made a list. You know, when the bullet journal's out, it's gonna be a very productive day. I did just write something down that I had already finished because I'm a cheater. Done, I did it. Way to go me. I'm gonna spot test some OxyClean on our area rug because I want to OxyClean the entire thing before we put it out. It just needs it because we've had it for a couple years now, so it's looking kind of dingy. And then two, one of our cats got sick right before we moved, and we cleaned it up as best we could, but it definitely needs a deep clean, and I don't want to just spot clean one area and then have the rest of it look like shit. So it's time to do the whole thing. And I'm gonna do what they always suggest, but I've never done before, which is spot test. I don't want to ruin the whole rug. Although at this point, if it wouldn't clean it, it would be a ruined rug anyways. But I'm gonna spot test it today, see how it goes, and then probably just save that project for tomorrow. I need to focus on this list I made. But don't worry, spot testing is on here. And then I have to really just continue this productive streak that I've had. I do great in the early morning, and then by about 2, I'm like, okay, well, all my motivation's gone. In which case I have 4 hours that I need to focus really well before I lose motivation. Yeah, I had to put my hair up with our no AC heat, but I wanted to show you guys a new book I got yesterday. Uriah and I went through a 6 or 7 week course at a church in the fall of 2017 that was specifically about white privilege and white supremacy. And neither of us had really ever understood those things. My husband is Navajo, but they were just still not things that he was aware of, and it really shattered our world and opened up our eyes. So one thing that has become really important to me is unlearning narratives that I have been taught in school. So I also ordered this book, The Autobiography of Malcolm X. It has been on my Amazon wish list since we went to that class. Something you'll find that I do a lot is put something on a list, then completely forget about it and ignore it. So here we are, 2.5 years later. I finally ordered this book. It was like $3.99. Don't know what I've been doing. But Malcolm X is someone that I need to unlearn and relearn about. I think that we are often taught Malcolm X as a violent juxtaposition to MLK. So I don't want to talk about him too much because, again, I still have very much like reprogramming to do in my brain. But I'm very excited to start this and to get that process going for myself. So here are today's remodel updates of the day. This morning, I was poloing my sister sitting here at the desk, and I stuck my foot down and was like, oh, the floor's wet. So I was like, oh, oops, spilled some coffee this morning. Didn't know about it. Later in the day, I was like, oh my gosh, the floor's still wet. And so I'm standing here talking to Uriah, and I'm like tapping my foot around the floor, and I realized it was soaking wet along the wall, and we share this wall with the bathroom. So Uriah was like, yeah, you need to go tell my dad. Thankfully, it was something he was aware of. There's a copper pipe that was spraying water into this area between the tub and like the office floor. So that is something that's now going to be fixed. But as far as the kitchen goes, I think I said like 2 weeks ago, last week, what is time? I don't know. Last week that the sink hole was too large for a normal sink these days. We weren't going to pay a shit ton of money to get an even larger one to make that work. So instead we wanted to replace the countertops. So our countertop is 10.5 feet long. Now the ones that we chose to match our aesthetic and because they would fit where we already had the backsplash, those are only 10 feet long. So we were about 6 inches over on countertop length, and they all have cabinets underneath. So we couldn't just chop it off. We couldn't just chop off 6 inches and then just have nothing at the end. Oh, so then we decided, okay, we're gonna cut off a counter. And I was like, well, but then we have to put more tile because the tile went over to the edge. So we'd have to put it down along to the floor. Yeah, it's just all like a headache. But good news. So we have our sink ends, then we have a 24-inch cabinet, and then we have 30 inches that is 2 cabinets that opens out. So what we're gonna do is remove those 30 inches. We're gonna put in a 24-inch dishwasher, move the 24-inch cabinet to the end. That gets rid of the 6 inches of extra space, and I have a dishwasher. Oh my God, you guys. I can't even express like how excited I am. So when we were moving in here, the washer and dryer was like my non-negotiable. I'm not living 30 minutes from town and always doing my laundry there. Am I doing it there now? Yeah, but what choice do we have? It hasn't been moved in, but it's being put in. And I was just like, okay, this is our life now. We need to get better at hand washing all our dishes every night. This is what we're stuck with. It never occurred to me that a dishwasher was even an option. So I'm ecstatic. It'll be a couple weeks. I don't even care. I'm so excited. It's gonna mean more chaos in the kitchen and more mess, but you know what? They're already doing the countertops. I just don't even care because it's going to be amazing. This is like the best news, you guys. This has absolutely made my day. I don't even care about the wet floor in the office. Oh my gosh, I'm so... Oh my God. My lip just got stuck in my retainer. Ow, that hurt. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. I think I ripped something on my skin. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. Right, so small change of scenery. This is not how my bedroom looks. I don't think I've actually showed you guys the like remodel we've done in there. Soon. No, I'm actually out of town for the 4th of July. Yeah, we left town for the 4th of July just so we could get away a bit. I'm in a bit of a hurry because I actually need to go start dinner for our family. I'm doing mutton stew and fried bread again because it was a hit and they asked me to make it tonight. So I'm gonna do that. And we're all gonna watch Hamilton together, which I'm deeply excited about. I was lucky enough to see it in Tempe when they toured around the country, and I am just obsessed with it. So I'm really excited just to watch it again. But I just wanted to hop on and basically close out this video. I'm not really going to carry my camera around when I'm cooking with Uriah's family. I'm not gonna show us watching Hamilton. Tomorrow Uriah and I are doing like our date time together, not showing that. And we're just hanging out with his family. So again, none of that is gonna end up on camera. If anything, I may close it out with like our drive home, but yeah, I'm not really gonna be recording much this weekend. Yesterday, I was pretty much debilitated by like depression. I spent 4 to 5 hours lying in bed, or two on the couch after that. And then I finally used one of my toolkit tools, which is reaching out, just to tell two people, like, hey, I'm depressed. You don't have to respond. I just need to say it. I need to say something. I need to tell someone. But I have amazing friends, and they both like responded and were really empathetic. So that helped a lot. I was able to get up and make dinner, and then I just watched the Great British Bake Off until I was starting to feel a little bit better. And then just went to bed early. I was feeling better by the time I went to bed, but it was a rough day. I am not going to be secret about my mental health struggles. There's something that I deal with a lot. There's something that, for me and Uriah as a family, one of our values is to destigmatize mental health struggles. So that's really important to me. However, I will be private about them. So I did want to put it out there. That was the reality of how my day went down. And I feel I got a migraine in the middle of the day yesterday too. I still have that today. I don't know if it was from the depression or what. So in fact, I'm pushing my head right now. So yeah, I'm still dealing with that, and I just feel sleepy today. I don't feel depressed, but I do feel very tired. It's almost like a depression hangover. So all that to say, this weekend, I'm just taking some time. We have decided not to go on a family hike so that we can stay and like do our date time and just take things easy, because I'm just struggling a little bit, and that's what I need. I do hit moments of depression where I just can't make myself do it. Like sometimes I just have to weather the storm of like the dark and heavy depression before I can do any of those things. Before I could cook dinner, I just kind of had to lay on the couch for another hour. You know, I tried to start and then I just couldn't. I just crashed. And that's the reality of how it is sometimes.